if you have one pet that's just drinking from the water fountain, I would still clean it minimally once a week, okay? But if you have more than one pet sharing a water fountain, I would at least clean it twice a week. Now I know water fountains and those water jugs allows you to supposedly not have to spend time to clean their bowls or refill their bowls every single day. I understand that, but especially with warmer weather, I would still suggest cleaning those out a minimum once a week. When you get that pump on the bottom of the basin, you're gonna notice a bunch of fur around that pump, right? So when you take off the pump and you rinse it off with the warm water, problem. If you don't use a one of those cleaning brushes to clean in between those slots of the pump, you're still putting a dirty pump in. If you haven't cleaned in between the slots, why don't you take a look at the pump, and more than likely you're going to see slime. The slime that I was talking about before. The slime builds up in between the slots, and that needs to be cleaned out. The tube that connects the pump to the top of the basin, that tube needs to be cleaned with the bristle brush. That also will have a residue of slime inside the tube. The filter, rinse off all the fur off the filter. Now before putting everything back together, make sure you wash the base, because there's been times where I see a watermark line. That can also create a residue of mold at some point, so you don't want that. Before you put the top on, flip it upside down and make sure you use a bristle brush in those crevices underneath the top. Those parts usually will have some type of slimy residue or mold starting to grow. The dark color that you normally will see is actually mold, not just like dirt. Now, flipping your top back up, right, you want to get into all those crevices on top as well.